Welcome everybody to the video. My name is Aiko. You guys have the title of the video. You know what we're doing today, so let's just jump into it. Some things you need to know before tackling the double ramp wall building strategy here in Fortnite with a controller is that it's going to be much easier if you have 1, control freaks, and 2, trigger stops. Now, trigger stops basically mean they make it so you don't have to pull the trigger all the way down, which makes pushing the trigger a lot faster. Now, I have trigger stops with my Elite controller. You can have them with a Scuff controller as well. I also know the third option, which is through Amazon. They have another product that basically you can buy it, and it gives to any controller, even a standard one, the ability to have trigger stops. I've never used this product, but that's how it works from my understanding. Seems pretty simple. I think it would work fine. Now, the other thing I mentioned were control freaks. I don't know if you've ever heard of control freaks before, but they're basically a little attachment that goes on your thumbstick for precision aiming. You will never catch me without a control freak pretty much because they just help that much. And when it comes to building in Fortnite, a lot of it does come down to aiming, and where you put your crosshair will determine, of course, where the piece is going. So I would say they're a must as well. Trigger stops, control freaks, a must. And if you do plan on buying some control freaks, I can give you guys a discount code, which is here on the screen, Aikable. Apply that at checkout. It'll give you a discount. Super nice. They're not expensive as it is, but you get a discount on it anyways. Go to their website, check them out. Another thing is you gotta be on Builder Pro. I can't imagine trying to do this on Combat Pro whatsoever. That sounds very sticky to me. Builder Pro is my preference. I guess you can try it, but this tutorial is gonna be on Builder Pro specifically. And you have to be fluent in building before trying to tackle this. You have to be confident and fast when it comes to reactions and building, and you should be very comfortable with at least a single ramp wall, building technique. Double ramp is a lot harder than single, but it's good to have at least some sort of building structure before you attempt it. Alright, so I'm just going to show you guys what it looks like. I'm taking some storm damage here, so I'll make it quick. So let's just give it a go here. So I'm out of mats, but that's basically what it's gonna look like. Now let's break it down. So I've told you what you need, right? So how do you actually do it? So when you first go to do it, of course, you're gonna put 2 ramps down, and what you need to be doing is you need to be centered between the 2 ramps. This is gonna make it easy to look left and right, because that's what you're gonna be doing when you place the walls down. You're gonna be looking left and right, and if you're too far on one side, it's just gonna be awkward. You wanna be centered between the 2 ramps. Now, while you're sprinting between the 2 ramps, you're going to be kind of doing a circular motion with your aiming, right? Because it's going to kind of look like this, on and on and on, right? While you're doing that, you're going to kind of want to be strafing left and right, because since you're reaching so far with your aim, you're kind of, aiming all over the place to get your ramp and wall in a certain spot. It makes it easier when you kind of strafe back and forth just a little bit, as I showed in the demonstration clip. It makes it easier to strafe left and right a little bit, just so the reach isn't so dramatic for your aiming stick. It's just easier to move with it. The next thing is its rhythm. So there is a little bit of a rhythm to it, because I still spam my triggers nonetheless, even though I have turbo building on. So you're gonna push your build button, right? And then you're gonna hit, tap, tap, wall, hit, tap, tap, 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 and so forth. I don't really try to use turbo build. I usually tap the triggers every time. Just kind of a preference thing, but I think it could work. So let's just try it. Yeah, that didn't work at all. I prefer to tap it every time. So that's basically how you do it. You want to stay centered, you want to strafe left and right and do a circular motion, and you also want to kind of remember your rhythm. So when you put it all together, it should look like this, right? So I'm gonna get ready, I'm gonna stay centered between my 2 ramps, I'm gonna strafe left and right and do a circular motion with my aim as I'm building, and I'm gonna remember my rhythm. Are we ready? So it's a good way to really burn through materials. Like, I'm already out. So it should look something like that. But you don't necessarily need to remember the rhythm, but as long as you understand that you need to push the trigger, I think it's like 3 times each, right? As long as you can remember that, you can pretty much just spam the triggers and it'll work out for you. As a recap, you're gonna want your trigger stops, you're gonna want control freaks, don't forget my discount code for that one. You need Builder Pro, you need to be good at building, as well as staying centered, strafing left and right, doing a circular motion, and remembering the rhythm. You can play with or without turbo build on this strategy, whatever is your preference. So I hope this video taught you guys something, and if it did, I make videos like this all the time, so be sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next new video. Peace.